Live from Studio A on the Ohlone Fremont campus, this is Ohlone Tri-City News, featuring stories about our neighbors in Fremont, Newark, and Union City.
Good evening. I am Rebecca Twyman.
And I'm Armando Galan. Welcome to Ohlone Tri-City News for Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. And now the news.
Alameda County has officially released the unofficial final results for yesterday's general election. Of the more than 930,000 total registered voters, only 18% cast their votes. If there are no changes when the official final results are announced, there will be these will be the Tri-City winners. Incumbent Eric Swalwell will continue representing District 14 in the U.S. House of Representatives incumbent Ro Khanna will continue representing District 17. With a narrow lead, Fremont Mayor Lily May will be the California State Senator for District 10. Labor Council Executive Liz Ortega will represent District 20 in the California State Assembly. And incumbent Alex Lee will continue to represent District 24.
For the City of Union City Council, member Jaime Patino will continue representing District 2. Educator business owner Jeff Wang will be the new City Council member representing District 3. Planning Commissioner Scott Sakakara will be the new council member representing District 4. Area 4 of the New Haven Unified School District will have physics professor Shruti Kumar as its new board member.
In Fremont, School Board Trustee Desiree Campbell will serve as the new City Council member for District 2. Jenny Kassan will continue as the City Council member for District 3, and Zhang Xiao will continue as the Council member for District 4. In the Fremont Unified School District, Diane Jones will continue to be the board member for Area 3.
For the Newark Unified School District, retired educator Catherine Jones and retired engineer Nancy Thomas will become board members. For the City of Newark, Vice Mayor Michael Hannon will become the new mayor. The City Council will retain incumbent Mike Bucci. Joining the council will be State of California employee Matthew Jorgens. For complete Alameda County election results, visit acvote.org. For California results, visit sos.ca.gov. County elections officials have until December 9th to report final official results to the Secretary of State.
Last Saturday, Fremont's Alameda County Library hosted a Veterans Connect Fair. At this event, all members of the public were invited to learn about our veterans. Some of the booths that were set up were the Work for Warriors booth, the Alliance Therapy Dogs booth, and the Japanese American Veterans Association booth. The musical group, the Swinging Blue Stars, performed in front of the library, and a taco food truck could be found nearby. Veterans Day is coming up soon, so be sure to honor the veterans near you.
Ohlone recently celebrated 50 years of Deaf Pride. Here's Andrei with the story.
From the top of Ohlone stands the Deaf Studies Division in Building 6 as they celebrate their 50-year Deaf Pride here in Ohlone.
Hello, I am William Wong. I am a deaf faculty member in the Deaf Studies Division. I teach American Sign Language, but I also teach mathematics to deaf as well as hearing students.
Okay, sure. I'm Sandra Ammons. I teach here at Ohlone.
Today is a special day to celebrate one of the largest and most comprehensive programs designed to meet the academic and vocational needs of deaf and hard of hearing students.
In 1972, George Adel Tweed saw that the difficulties that students were having keeping up with the reading and writing levels in their mainstream courses. George Adel Tweed put some thought to it and decided to establish a class that would not include interpreters, but that would be direct communication from the faculty to the students. Other colleges were not interested in doing something like that. But Ohlone accepted the challenge and welcomed George Tweed to the campus.
It is very important, significant recognition. We're recognizing our community, our language, and our culture, and our people. So who the people are that are carrying on the culture and the language of the deaf community. It's significant. The college has had deaf programs and services, ongoing support for deaf students. The 50 years of Deaf Pride means that we have been here on campus for 50 years. And maybe you might think that this is to help deaf people learn, but really, we have been teaching the college-wide too, teaching the campus about us, deaf people, and our culture. We are living, walking, breathing examples of deaf culture and of the pride in our history.
For their kickoff celebration for the 50-year Deaf Pride, they opened up a time capsule.
I asked our then dean, Ron Burdett, who, by the way, will be here for the keynote this afternoon. I asked him what he thought about it, and that perhaps we should do that, and he agreed. So we went into the planning stages of making our own time capsule. We asked for submissions from students then, from George Tweed's wife, because George Tweed was responsible for establishing the Deaf Studies Division and has since passed away. So his wife was there to speak at the time capsule ceremony.
Well, the time capsule shows how our world has changed. That the artifacts that we had in the past may be obsolete. Some of them may not be in use anymore. And so it'll be fascinating to see what artifacts are pulled out of the time capsule.
With the 50-year mark done, this is just the tip of their success and more to come for the Deaf Studies Division.
From Ohlone Fremont campus, this is Andrei Domantay for Tri-City News.
A classic and chilling tale comes to Ohlone for this year's fall production. We'll tell you more information after the break.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
You're home before sunrise. On top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
If you are interested in becoming a respiratory therapist, Ohlone College is having a free virtual info night on November 15th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. You can learn about the program, interact with the program director, faculty, and current students. You can also learn about the career opportunities in the field. Respiratory therapy is a healthcare specialty directed at the diagnosis, treatment, management, and care of patients with deficiencies and abnormalities associated with the cardiorespiratory system. The free event is next Tuesday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. To learn more, visit ohlone.edu/RT.
Monster or misunderstood? Frankenstein's creatures taking over Ohlone. This Friday, Ohlone College's Theater and Dance Department presents its fall show, Frankenstein. This adaptation by Nick Deere takes a different point of view from the classic tale. This chilling adventure follows the creature as he is cast into a hostile world by his horror-struck maker. Through a gripping and intensely unsettling tale, the show emphasizes the significance of scientific accountability, cognitive development, and the essence of good and evil. However, this production contains acts of violence and other content not suitable for some audiences, so viewer discretion is advised. The show will be performed live at the Fremont campus starting this Friday, November 11th, and going until November 19th. All performances will be at 8 p.m. and it will be ASL interpreted on November 12th. To purchase tickets or learn more about the show, visit smithcenter.com. Tickets for students are $15, while general admission is $20.
If you are interested in giving back this holiday season, the City of Fremont is hosting a donation drive that consists of winter clothes for individuals in need this winter season. This also includes supplies such as sleeping bags, bike locks, and flashlights. The list is subject to change as donations are received from the community. To schedule a drop-off or for more information, call 510-574-2049.
Let's take a look at this week's entertainment with Sean.
Thanks, Rebecca. Yesterday, Chris Evans, known greatly for his role as Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, was named the sexiest man alive by People magazine. Playful drama occurred when Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson refused to let Evans call him the former sexiest man alive. In the world of gaming, famous game creator Hideo Kojima recently had a currently unreleased game of his leak. A 2.5-minute long video was leaked last Friday on a media sharing website called Streamable. It was later uploaded to YouTube, where the leak is still public. It is currently unknown who leaked the game, but fans are sure excited, as Kojima is known for his extremely popular Metal Gear Solid series and his highly acclaimed video game Death Stranding, which came out in 2019. Lastly, the video game Sonic Frontiers, which was released yesterday to PlayStation 5, received a 7 out of 10 by IGN. According to IGN, a score of 7 means it's good, but not great. Still, many Sonic fans are happy to see this game do relatively well in ratings. That's all for entertainment this week. Back to you, Armando.
Hey, thanks, Sean. Changes are coming to Fremont roads. Find out what streets will be affected and what new upgrades we can expect after this break.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Fremont streets are getting an update. The Fremont Boulevard Smart and Safe Corridor promises to bring modern advancements to the road, stretching from Paseo Padre Parkway to Cushing Parkway. From changes to accessibility for pedestrian signals to bicycle detection and even adaptive lighting, the technology in the corridor aims to make the road a safer place. The project aims to reduce bicycle and pedestrian collisions, improve transit reliability and energy efficiency, and increase travel time reliability and parking utilization on the streets. One of the project's most recent installations is a real-time parking space guidance system in Centerville that lets drivers know how many parking spaces are available in each lot. This is just the beginning, though, because the equipment installed on Fremont Boulevard is also set up to be updated in the future with improvements when the technology becomes available.
Last Sunday from 1 to 8 p.m., the Niles Cafe in Fremont hosted the 13th annual St. Nick's Niles Benefit Concert. Those who dropped in experienced live music and comedy by local and touring artists. The event was a fundraiser for the City of Fremont Giving Hope program for Tri-City families and seniors along with their pet companions. If you want to contribute, go to the fremont.gov and search for Giving Hope.
Let's take a look at this week's weather with Natalie.
Good evening, everyone. Today's highs, we have a 50 in San Francisco, and our lowest would be 49 in Santa Cruz. So just ranging around the 50s to 52 in Oakland, as you see. For tonight's lows, we have 46 in San Francisco, 47 in Oakland. Our lowest is 45 in San Jose, also in Dublin, 45. And then let's roll to our highs for tomorrow. We have San Francisco with a 58 and Oakland 58 as well. San Jose with 57, also Santa Cruz, and our 5-day forecast for tomorrow, or for this week. We have Coastal 57 through 58, East Bay 58 through the 60s. Inland is going to be 50 to 58 or to 60. Thursday to Sunday, it's going to be partly cloudy, and on your last day on Sunday, it's going to be sunny. So it'll be a great day to go to the park or something. So back to you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Natalie. How are our Ohlone sports teams doing this week? Find out after the break.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
We Stand United Against Hate is a movement for local civic action to stop the hate and implicit biases to raise awareness. This upcoming week, November 13th through the 19th, they have a call to Stand United Against Hate Week. There will be a community engagements, virtual video calls, city proclamations, and more. If you would like to learn about the movement and where you can be involved, visit unitedagainsthateweek.org.
Now let's take a look at this week's sports with Johan.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. Both of our men's and women's water polo teams were supposed to be taking part in the Coast Conference Championships, but unfortunately only the men's team was able to participate. The women's water polo team had to forfeit their games against Marin and Merced College last week due to a COVID outbreak among the team. Not enough players were cleared to play, and as a result, the Lady Renegades had to concede a forfeit. Tough break for the Lady Renegades, but fortunately, their season isn't over yet. If they get enough players cleared by this Friday, they'll be taking on West Hills College as part of the NorCal Championships. And of course, we here at the Ohlone Tri-City News are hoping for the best for the girls who got the virus, and hopefully they get back out there in the water this Friday. Now let's transition to the Ohlone men's water polo team. The Renegades took on Cabrillo College as part of the Coast Conference Championships, and the Renegades came out on top with a very close score of 8-7. This may have been the game of the year, folks. The Renegades were down 7-5 going to the fourth quarter, and Shayan Rezvani put their team on his back, scoring 3 goals in the fourth quarter, including the game-winning shot. The Renegades looked to build on that massive win when they had a doubleheader last Saturday, but unfortunately, the Renegades dropped both games, losing to West Valley College 21-3 and a College of Merced 16-8. The Renegades this week will be playing in the NorCal Championships, and they will be taking on the West Hills College again, looking for a different outcome this time around. Now let's transition to the Ohlone women's volleyball team. The Lady Renegades took on Taft College, looking to get back into the win column after their loss versus Cabrillo College last Wednesday, and they sure did bounce back. The Lady Renegades absolutely obliterated Taft College, shutting them out 3-0. Number 5, Gabby Ray Chow once again had a double-digit kills with 10 as she continues to have a stellar season. Now on to the Ohlone men's soccer team. The Renegades had 2 games in the last week, looking for their first win in the 2 months. in over 2 months, but for their first matchup was against Ohlone College, and that game resulted in the draw with a score of 1-1. And yesterday, the Renegades took on Siquig College, but unfortunately, they dropped that game as well, 3-0. The Renegades will be taking on Skyline College as it's their last regular season game of the season. Now onto the Ohlone women's soccer team. The Lady Renegades took on West Valley College last week in hopes to win their first game of the season, but unfortunately, they took the loss with a score of 5-0. Their last regular season game will be this Friday, and they'll be taking on Hartnell College, looking to avoid a winless season. Last week, the Ohlone women's basketball team opened up their season with 3 games. The Lady Renegades took the loss in their opening game of the season versus Feather River College, but on the very next night, the Lady Renegades traveled to Lawson College and was victorious for the first time of the season. Number 15, Diana Kramer, was the player of the game, shooting with 26 points and single-handedly made it rain inside that gym with 6 3-pointers. In their next game, when they matched up against Monterey College, it was a high-scoring game, but the Lady Renegades took the loss with a score of 72-62. Number 23, Naomi Lokusong, had a double scoring 28 points and 10 rebounds. Naomi was living on the free throw line, going for 4 for 16 on the line. So overall, not bad of a first week for the Lady Renegades. At first glance, it seems like this is going to be a high-scoring and fast offense, and they are going to need to rely on ball movement and consistent shooting. The next game will be this Friday, and they'll be taking on College of Merced. The much-anticipated Ohlone men's basketball season started last weekend. Here's Armando Galan with the headlines and results from the games at Chabot.
Ohlone men's basketball played 3 games this past weekend in the 54th Gladiator Classic. The Jordan Lee era of Ohlone basketball has begun. In Game 1 against Diablo Valley, the Renegades never surrendered the lead in a winning effort. Freshman Matthew Villanueva scored 28 points in the 84-75 victory on Thursday. Friday's game was absolutely dominated by the Renegades as they won by 41 points against Shasta. Villanueva scored 20 points and freshman Jude Jennings scored 16 in this 92-51 blowout win. For Ohlone Tri-City News, this is Armando Galan.
The Renegades had a third game against Ridley College on Saturday, and the Renegades pulled off an undefeated weekend in an instant classic. Matthew went off again, scoring 26, and Jennings scored 16. And number 14, the man they called Neb Tech, scored 11 as the Renegades won 76-71. This Ohlone team dominated in all facets of the game last weekend. Matthew Villanueva went off in the tournament, averaging 24 points, and Jude Jennings averaged 18 points. Number 15, Michael Fashion, is a defensive anchor, averaging 4 forced turnovers and even crashing the boards as he's averaging 10 rebounds in games. So it seems like both our men's and women's basketball teams are high-scoring offenses, which sounds fun to watch. So basketball season is officially upon us. Come out and support our boys tomorrow as they open up their regular season against Ohlone College. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. And with that is a wrap with sports for the week. Back to you, Rebecca.
That's all for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Thank you from all of us here at the studio. Have a great night. Goodbye.